Let's talk about unsubscribes. So here's the key question that I have for you. Do you think that they're a good thing or a bad thing? I will tell you this much. One of the things that I've learned about unsubscribes, especially when your list is small, is that they hurt. I actually recently saw them referred to as the tragedy of unsubscribes. But I'd like to invite, and certainly it can feel like a personal rejection of you when somebody unsubscribes. They don't like me. It's like, and I totally understand that feeling. I've had that feeling myself. But I'm going to challenge that for a minute and say, actually, that's incorrect. It's not a tragedy. In fact, actually, they're just letting you know that they're not a right fit for you. And so it's not a tragedy. It's actually, as Ann just said, they're a blessing. Let me go back and do a dating example. Dating examples are always fun. Would you rather know, let's say you're the one who's paying and you're the one who's asking, and you go out on the first date and you really like that person. They don't like you. Would you rather have them tell you on that date or 10 dates later when you spent a bunch of money and a bunch of time and actually started to get real feelings for them and everything? When would you prefer them to let you know that it's not going to work? Yeah. You prefer it as soon as possible. They're actually doing you favors by unsubscribing. I originally wrote this, they're doing you a favor, but they're technically doing you multiple favors. First off, you're not counting on them. You're not saying, hey, I've got 500 subscribes and I'm planning to do a launch. And so I'm really planning on X% of that 500 people buying my product. Well, when you actually have 300 who actually like you, wouldn't you rather know that? Secondly, you're not paying for them. So whenever you're building an email list, you're paying for the people who are subscribed to your email list. And so by unsubscribing, you're not paying for them anymore. Next, they're not hurting your deliverability. So if they're not liking your stuff, many of them are just not opening it, not reading it, not clicking on it, which hurts your deliverability. I'd rather just have them gone in the first place. Hey, there always is the possibility that they may be back. They may get an affiliate email about you. They may read your blog. They may find you they may decide they like your videos or your social media posts or something like that. They can still come back. It's not like they're dead to you. They're just not on your list right now. So my suggestion, don't mourn. Instead, celebrate. Somebody has just told you, they've done you multiple favors and told you, hey, they're not a right fit for you. I will make one caveat. If you get tons of them, then you probably may want to go back and relook at your opt-in incentive. Because what that initial opt-in incentive, the thing that gets them on the list in the first place, if that's not consistent with what you're going to do over time with them, that can cause a lot of unsubscribes. And so it may be that this is what's causing the problem. Think about that, especially if your opt-in incentive is a discount. E-commerce people get this all the time where they offer a 10 or 20% discount in order to get somebody's email address, and then they get a bunch of unsubscribes shortly after that. When they actually start sending out content, well, that can be a problem. All right. So number one, they're a blessing. Number two, you want to get them as soon as you can. And number three, celebrate, because they've just done you a bunch of favors. Let me know your thoughts on this. You agree? Disagree? Are you able to get past the emotional aspect and recognize they're not rejecting you? They're just telling you they're not a good fit. Think about it. Let me know in the comments. This is Don Crowther saying, just go do this stuff.